This is the Microsoft 10-year overview reading for the years 2020 through 2029. It's currently December 20th, 2022, approximately 6:40 p.m. MSFT shares are $241.80 at the time of this reading. So we have overall theme and behavior. We have a decline to and through a support level, meet a secondary support level, and then we rotate sideways along that support. That is crossed with an important resistance level. This is on the scale of a multi-year chart, so there should be an important high that's formed in this 10-year period, and that resistance probably will see quite a bit of volatility after meeting that resistance. Behavior on the high side, there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support. So we know that it'll at least, based on that, we know that it'll at least, like the highest that it could go would be what its highest high already is, which is 242.90. No, what am I saying? That's wrong. The highest high is 344, or the 52-week high is 344.30. So we likely won't see a higher price than that, based on the fact that the highest high price level, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support, and that's probably where we see this important resistance level. It's a highest high. Behavior around the lowest low, significant decline on a scale of a multi-year chart, a significant decline to meet the low. 2020, we had a period of volatility with a sharp dip that stood out in that period of volatility. 2021, a merger or an acquisition or an agreement of some kind between two leaders is highlighted. There's usually a holding pattern or like a pop and drop associated with this card. 2022, we have a notable move to the upside, reaching for distant resistance. 2023, we've got the unicursal. So we go from we hit this distant resistance here. And then if it's anything like the other 10 years, then this big move to the upside is coming in 2023. And you have to give each card representing a year is a little broad. So sometimes there's going to be a little wiggle room there. In any case, we go from meeting that resistance to a decline in 2023 that offers an opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of that decline. But that's after, this is a sharp decline off of a key resistance. 2024, we have a rally that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. 2025, a rally that's halted by a sharp decline through a key support level on the scale of a multi-year chart. And then we rally back to a key resistance. But after meeting that key resistance in 2026, we have a decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. 2027, we have 3 pokes through the same resistance level, followed by a sharp decline after the third poke. 2028, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving forward into the year. 2029, we have a move higher, significant move higher on a multi-year chart. It'll stand out, successfully turning resistance into new support. I'm advised to trade around a prominent move higher, followed by a full retracement of that move. That's, again, on the scale of a multi-year chart. And the 10-year period following 2020 through 2029, the 2030 to 2039 period represented by, there'll be probably like a lowest low in there, like a significant bottom, a significant trough or low that'll stand out on a multi-year chart. It could be a lowest low, but we'll have to determine that using Eso-Meta analysis to get into the pattern recognition portion. If you're watching this on TikTok, guys, and you want to see the full video, just check out our YouTube channel, tarotfortraders.com, or Tarot for Traders on YouTube. It's with the word FOR, not the number 4. In any case, all of our videos are free on there. Check it out, my friends. And for everybody else, stay tuned.
Okay, guys, so looking at the pattern recognition portion here, we have it looks like we're coming out of this Lover's card. And you got to give these cards a little leeway, guys, like a year here or there, because one card to represent a whole year every single year for 10 years is just, it's not reasonable, you know? With that said, so we're coming out of this we had a peak at the beginning of 2022, and you can see here's this peak at the beginning of 2022. It's the peak that forms from this Lover's card, which In some cases, I've seen it several times before. In some cases, it'll resemble, the Lover's card will resemble the Art card with a prominent move higher and then a full retracement back down to where that move higher started. And you can see we kind of have that going on here. See, move higher and then full retracement. So we pretty much fulfilled that. What we should be seeing here at the beginning of 2023 is a bottom, and then we should have a notable move to a crest. So like in the midst of that little bit of a decline bottom there, it looks like there's an opportunity to open up a long position, as indicated by this trade opportunity here. And then the following year, in the midst of a rally out of this, you want to close that position for a pretty decent over the year trade. But the highest high and lowest low, it looks like form. The highest high may be in 2024 or 2025, but the lowest low, it looks like, is in 2025. And the highest high forms when we have a halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support. There's a critical resistance level that's either formed or met here. And the behavior in 2025 will offer opportunity to position oneself in both directions, utilizing option strategies to put on calls and put spreads using this resistance level as a mean point, as a mean price level, and to put the calls and the puts on at separate times, because the movement will provide an opportunity to do so. Overall, though, it looks like I'd want to be out. We may have another high here, so we decline in 2026 and 7, but then there's this rally in 2028 and 29. It looks like we have a crest at the very beginning of 2020, or 2030, I should say, and then we have a sharp drop. This correlation here in orange to decline through a support level, meet a second support level, and then rotate sideways along that support, creating a prominent bottom or trough on a multi-year scale, which is indicated by the death card. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get into the Q&A and see if we can identify where that highest high is, as far as is it in 2024 or 2025. And for those of you that are interested in seeing more Microsoft, guys, we're getting busy with a lot of paid requests. The way that you could guarantee that Microsoft comes out on a monthly basis is somebody go to the website tarotfortraders.com and sign up for the 1 month subscription. It's $29 a month, and it'll guarantee that gets put out every single month. It'll be the public version that comes out for everybody to see, and then there's a private version that paid people get in their email. Only they can see it. It's specific to their email, and it contains all of the best trades that we see for the year as well. So there's incentive there to do it. But most importantly, my friends, if you're trading Microsoft on a monthly basis and you're utilizing these monthlies, you should go to the website and sign up for the subscription, because it's the least you could do. This is hard work, takes a lot of time and a lot of discipline and a lot of lifetime lifestyle sacrifices. With that said, guys, check out the Q&A just a second here. Is Microsoft's highest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 taking place in 2025? Yes. Does Microsoft's highest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 take place in any other year besides 2025, in that 10-year period of 2020 through 2029? Yes. Does Microsoft's highest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 take place in 2029? No. Does Microsoft's highest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 take place in 2024? Yes. So we see it twice, in 2024 and in 2025. Either that or it's right on the cusp. We see it twice. Do we see the highest price level for Microsoft of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 twice? Yes. Is Microsoft's lowest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 taking place in 2025? Yes. Is Microsoft's lowest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 taking place in more than 1 year of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029? Yes. Does Microsoft's lowest price level of the 10-year period 2020 through 2029 take place in 2023? Yes. Alright guys, that's Microsoft. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends. Most importantly, follow that rule of karma. Pay a little bit forward, a little bit back to the channel, and make sure that what you spend that money on, you spend it out of love. The universe will send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.